Good morning, dear friends. What a blessing to have a new day in this reincarnation. A blessing to be asked by God to begin anew. And today, as we're marching towards our own progress, chapter 22 of the Book of Hope, Livro da Esperanca, in Portuguese, in its original, written by Emmanuel through the medium Chico Xavier in 1964 as a tribute to the gospel according to Spiritism. Today we're going to talk about another quality of being meek, of being a peacemaker, being mild. He begins by quoting Jesus in Matthew 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And then in the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 9, item 6, Kardec wrote, benevolence towards one's fellow, the fruit of love for his neighbor, produces affability and sweetness, which are human beings' ways of expressing themselves. Emmanuel then unfolds a very important chapter for the new era on earth. He says, yes, there are occasions when all the forces of the soul become tense, resembling charges of explosives about to be exploded and triggered by the mouth. Moments of reaction in the face of evil, in which the spark of sorrow appears from the inner, revived by the breath of despair. However, even if indignation seems justified, reflect in order to speak. The word was not created to become a death ray. Imagine yourself in the other person's place. If there was a deficiency in the course of help of others, remember the events in which thoughtlessness, a thoughtless mistake marked your presence. If any companion has unintentionally failed in their obligation, think of the hours of difficulty in which you could not keep happiness to bring a happy end to the duty. In any obstacle, consider that wrath is a short fuse bomb, compromising stability and the elevation of life wherever it bursts. Undoubtedly, the verb was established for us to use it. Silence is the guardian of serenity. Still, it may not always adhere to its functions. However, this does not induce us to transfigure our heads into a volcano, spewing lava of sourness and disquiet. In spite of the days of sincerity and clarification that are imposed on us, it is possible to harmoniously equate the most intricate problems without adding the fire of violence and using logic. Let us dominate ourselves so that we can control circumstances. Let us lead our emotions, aligning them on the road of balance and discernment. But speak whenever necessary to undo mistakes and to cleanse reasoning, understanding, however, that Jesus does not entrusted the truth to turn it into a stone on the scroll of others, but into a light that guides others, enlightening us. I have to confess, this message is not valued in our society. Our society still values imposition, the strength. They think that the people who are brave and strong, they go and they violently enforce the truth and justice, right? In our social media, we see people being indignated out of nothing. Out of nothing. And we think that this is beautiful. We need to learn and teach our children the beauty of being mild. In the United States of America, it's so interesting because Benjamin Franklin was quite mild himself in the rapport with people. And there was a time in which he became the American ambassador in France. And at the time, John Adams, the second president of the United States of America, who was a lawyer, came to visit and wanted to advocate for the cause of the United States. And Ben Franklin said, it doesn't work this way. He said, we need to be mild. We need to play serenity. It's so interesting how we're learning the same as John Adams did. Learning this balance, but here it's deeper. It's not for mere diplomacy. It's actually for the evolution of ourselves. We can't externalize serenity without conquering it first from within. We don't feel good mismatching, not being coherent. Coherence is key for balance. It's key for harmony. So let's listen to this because Emmanuel explains to us something that is unprecedented. He says, the truth. You value the truth? But think, it cannot be a stone that we throw onto somebody else's head. It has to be a light that guides people and us. So we need to learn how to deal with the truth in a different way. And to do so, we need to polish ourselves. We need to dominate ourselves, as Emmanuel is saying, controlling our emotions, aligning them with balance and discernment, and working on our temperance. If you watch too much TV, you will think that it's okay to explode, to vent. I remember when I was much younger, living in Brazil as a teenager, watching movies, always from the United States. And when I moved here, I was still quite young. Moving here, I thought people were like that in the movies. And then I realized it's just fiction. Because in real life, People appreciate moderation. They appreciate temperance. They appreciate balance. Don't you? We do, right? We do too. So he says, keep silence when necessary. So we need to balance silence and speaking, using our reasoning, balancing ourselves, but never exploding, never venting, never ever losing our minds into the volcano of words. If our society just knew of it consciously, people don't go to school to learn this. Yeah, in schools, they are not taught this. It's the school of Spiritism that is teaching us this. So you and I today have a beautiful exercise for treating silence and how we're treating the use of our words. The balance. Yes, using truth as a guiding light. If Dear Mother, Father God, thank you for the kindness of this message, the gift of being taught by the good spirits, true lessons on emotional wisdom, on social intelligence. We are so grateful to you for bringing Spiritism in our lives, saving lives, avoiding animosity, and avoiding creating more problems, boosting tolerance, understanding, kindness in us. We want to appreciate moments of silence when we temper our thoughts and feelings to express them in guiding words. We visualize the illuminated hands of the good spirits, spirit doctors, nurses, therapists, who are now at this moment applying the passes onto us, the energy medicine that we need for the mind and the bodies. We visualize rays of healing light enveloping us in our homes, workplaces, everywhere we go. We visualize our planet receiving soothing vibrations, superior spirits sending loving rays of light, calming the minds and the bodies of everyone, rejoicing in your presence. We ask for your protection for the works of the day and the night. with you always, and so be it. What an invitation to be mild, to temper our emotions. As Emmanuel said in another book, to use the force of the Spirit and not the spirit of force. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Katia. Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Lu. Thank you, Slavik. Thank you, Narciso. Thank you, Marco. We wish you a beautiful day and night. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at another morning prayer here at Cardiac Radio, where you and I are always nourishing our souls.